Hello and welcome to this week's Spiritual Medicine Digest. My name is Dr. Karen Kan, and I'm the founder of the Academy of Light Medicine and the TOLPAKAN Healing Method. Every week, we take some dictation from Source to figure out what is happening in the world today and how is it relevant to each of us. Now, if you are a highly sensitive person, someone who I call a sensitive soul, welcome, welcome. This is the channel for you because a third of the population are highly sensitive and they don't always get the information they need because sometimes we feel like we're a bit crazy because we feel so much, right? So if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button, perhaps the notification bell, so every time I do a new video, you will be notified. Yeah, so us highly sensitive people are really quite aware of energies around us. Now, we may not be able to control our response or reactions to these energies, but as we get, let's just say, more stable in our superpower gifts of sensing and intuiting, our clairvoyance, our clairsentience, that feeling, and all of our other spiritual gifts, we will start noticing these patterns in the world that a lot of people are oblivious to. So this week's pattern that Source asked me to share with you, I'm just the messenger, by the way, so don't get mad at me. Just kidding. Okay, so this week's very, very interesting topic is called intention flexibility. Now, that is such a weird name. Sometimes I get really weird names that drop in, but I'm just going to try to explain it to you. Okay, so you're going along and you're like, okay, I'm going to make this intention. I'm going to feel peaceful, this is happening, everything's going to go well. And according to what we heard from the law of attraction and other spiritual teachers, you set your intention, you feel it in your body, you embody it, right? And the universe gives you something better than what you imagined. Well, what's very interesting lately is sometimes it gives you an incredible contrast to what you say you desired, but there's a reason for that. Now, this is not necessarily what everyone is experiencing, but I can tell you from the people that I'm connecting with, especially some of my high vibe friends, that it's like HE double hockey sticks are all breaking loose. Now, they are taking it very well, and knowing that whatever happens for a reason, that reason's for the highest and greatest good, they're working with it, right? But the average person who is highly sensitive, who may not even know that this is a thing, right? That their intentions, they're like, I thought I was doing everything correctly. I thought I was intending and imagining and meditating. Why are there bad things happening in my life? Whether that be what we perceive as bad, things like I have a cancer diagnosis, or my dog died, or I just lost my home, or I just lost my job, or my parent is sick, and something got stolen, like the list goes on. That seems to have some sort of periodicity to it. Ooh, I said that correctly. So it seems to have like a period to it. Like sometimes there's like a whole bunch of things that happen and other things is like kind of calm, right? I know if you're like me, I'd be like, ooh, the calm ones. Yes, very, very nice to have that reprieve. However, it seems that, especially for sensitive people, that they're noticing these swings can sometimes be really, really intense. Not necessarily because it's our lives that are personally affected, but those we love and those we see in the greater, outside world, so to speak. And that could be, related to war and politics and all these kinds of things. And there is an engine that is there. And remember, if we are all one, we're partly to quote unquote blame for what is happening in the world on some level. There is seemingly an engine that helps her perpetuate kind of that fear-based dopamine addiction rush that our society unfortunately has been conditioned to think is normal and is real. So what is intention flexibility? Well, what it is that when the curveball comes, instead of resisting it, and the perception of it shouldn't be there, it's not fair, I've tried so hard, I've been a good girl, I've been a spiritual person, I've done my meditation, I'm doing all this hard work, why am I having that? Right. So that kind of victim-y kind of why, question. Yeah, that's not going to work anymore. Not in this level of consciousness and expansion. So yeah, might as well just give that up. I know it's not that easy, but sometimes I like to play in there, but I'm consciously playing there. Ooh, I'm gonna play the victim mode right now. And then I just name it, right? And do my little rant and go, oh, okay, all right, I'm done. Doing it consciously is something funny. And also, you get people, right? I'm not judging people who go into resistance. I'm not judging people who temporarily lose themselves and forget that they are a soul having a human experience, a spiritual being having a human experience. It's okay. For spiritual teachers, yeah, we're up in the ante. And so, yeah, you might have more challenging tasks. So intention flexibility means we set our intentions, yes. However, whatever shows up in our current reality, we can be flexible. It doesn't mean that you can't have what you desire and what you have named into the universe, into existence, because it's already there on the quantum, right? But the path to that may not be what you think it's going to be. So when we're talking about intention flexibility, yes, you have this final goal, right? You have this intention. Let go of the attachment of when it's going to occur and how it's going to occur. And that gives us so much more peace and probably helps us manifest a lot faster when we let go of all of that attachment. And it is very challenging because some of the highly spiritual people are, getting some challenges, whether that be financial or relational or whatever, right? And that's okay because guess what? We signed up for this. We signed up for it. So we're like, okay, I guess we're doing this, right? So the sooner we let go of the form of what it's supposed to look like, so if we've imagined, we've embodied, we have our reality, we're like doing our transformational telepathy, and it's supposed to look like this. But then it looks exactly the opposite. Then the quicker we let go of how we thought it was going to turn out, doesn't mean we can't get our final yes, but that yes is going to be better. But let's navigate this for now and do what is necessary in this moment, holding to that vision ultimately. So you can have the next intention, which could be, oh, I just lost my home. I'm not living here anymore. Okay, so I need to find a place to live. By all means, that is important as a human. To have a place to live is pretty important. So yeah, maybe your dream home is down the line. Maybe it doesn't seem like it's happening anytime soon. But remember, our intentions are powerful. So sometimes when we've desired something a lot bigger than what we have right now, the universe goes, oh, I know the quickest, fastest way to get that. Let me rearrange it for you. And then you're like, what? Weren't expecting it, right? So the more disciplined and dedicated and committed the sensitive soul spiritual person is, the more likely you are to experience the, and that's where we can be flexible in our intentions. Yes, we want that ultimate goal, but we can be flexible about how it turns out and maybe even simplify our intentions. So maybe our intention is we have this beautiful house by the lake, blah, 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 right? And all this really great stuff, and then you just lost your home. However, in the moment, you can go, oh, my intention is to feel peaceful about it. And your guide team, God team, source team, and the universe is like, oh, good for you. Okay, let me help you with that, right? Now, sometimes they will give you a contrast temporarily where you're like, this is not very peaceful, this event. And then you remember as soon as you can, you go, oh, wait a second, peacefulness is not about what's happening in the outside world. It's about my response to what's happening in the outside world. I got this, right? And your whole God team is like, yes, you have this. Way to go, right? So yeah, we're gonna have these little tests or big tests along the way, and it's all good. It's all good. So intention flexibility. Now let's do a little TOLPAKAN Healing Activation here. And I really don't know exactly what TOLPAKAN Healing Directive is going to come out of my mouth in a moment. However, the intention is to have that flexibility of being able to kind of flex with what is. So if you'd like to receive, you can just make the intention to receive whatever's for the highest and greatest good. You can download and activate. Whatever is not for your highest and greatest good, no matter how much I try, there's no forcing a healing. So use your discernment, of course. And like I said, if it's not for your highest command is good, it's not going to happen. And by the way, love your comments below about, hey, stuff is going on with you and how have you perceived that or re-perceived that, and how's your intentions, flexed a little bit based on what's happening in your life. So go ahead and put that in the comments. And then afterwards, after this activation, would love to hear how it felt in your body. So let's get into our bodies. So maybe, rub your hands, stamp your feet, wiggle around just to get energy in the body. Just relax for a moment. If it's safe for you to do so, go ahead and close your eyes. Feel the body. So focus on it, feel it, follow the flow wherever it goes, wherever that wave, that tingle, whatever you feel in the body, just keep following the flow. This is the safest place to be, because when you are in your body, in the present moment, it's very unlikely that wayward energies can find a space to inhabit you because you're fully yourself. And I mean that in a good way. All right, so continue feeling the energy. Let's tune in. We are intentionally going into this 0 point field, this still point. Go ahead and imagine right now and see if you can do it with your body. Create a scene in your mind of something that you'd like to happen, something positive, something joyful. It could be that you're singing and dancing at the farmer's market. It could be something very, very simple. Okay, we're just going to kind of use that as a placeholder for now. Okay, so here's the TOLPAKAN Healing Directives. Go ahead and note your body as you experience that reality, that positive reality, and we do some shifts. I now command anything preventing us from being totally flexible in our abilities to flex with change, whether that be something that we perceive as negative or chaotic in our lives. We direct that to be healed and resolved now with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way, all directions of time and all timelines where we exist. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's now commanded that any resistance to change and experiencing what we do not like, what we do not prefer, that resistance be deleted, dissolved, and uncreated, and anything preventing it be healed now with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. Thank you. Is now commanded that positive morphic fields of resourcefulness, calm, peace, humor, I am presence be downloaded and activated with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way. All timelines where we exist. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So just take a deep breath in and out. It's a really, really great idea to be in the body as much as you can, even if it's for a few seconds at a time. Just tune into the body, feel any energy and movement in the body. We call that stillness through observing internal movement. It's in chapter 4 of my Sensitivity is Your Superpower book, outlined there, and it's so simple and it's free. It's free. Do you really need to meditate for 40 minutes or 3 hours a day? You don't. What I found is this is equally effective, just remembering to do it. So that might be you walking around the grocery store going like this, and people think, oh, is her hands cold? Yeah, kind of like meditation incognito. Anyway, I have so much fun with it. Can you tell I have so much fun with this? All right, so let's do some announcements for this week. On the radio show on Monday at 12 noon, I have the great pleasure of launching the podcast interview with Victoria Quinn. I call her one of my young people. I felt like once we started talking, I'm like, oh, she's a soul sister of mine, or could be grandchild. Anyway, she's that young. And I felt really, really connected to her in many ways. She's gone through and is still going through the dark night of the soul. And, given her young age, quite a bit of wisdom, and just really felt like somebody that I really wanted to connect with and talk with. And, there's an incredible transformative power to consciously going through that dark night of the soul journey. So we had, great chats about the terrain theory. We had great chats about like the dark night of the soul, great chats about the divine feminine and masculine, and, all that awareness of how to be fully present. In fact, even and check this out, during the podcast recording, she could speak exactly how she was feeling in the moment. Very few people, myself included, are able to do that, especially when the camera's on. That's pretty impressive. I aspire to that. So check out this podcast recording Monday at 12 noon Eastern. I'll put the link below. And some other reminders in case you did not know this was happening. We have the Ascension 3 jewelry launch where we have some really nice new pieces and some other pieces on sale through Monday at 11 a.m. and then doors are shut until the next launch. So we have several new pieces, including, the little couple of floating cube necklaces. We have some mermaid floating necklaces left as well as the firefly glow in the dark, 13 chakra bracelets. And we will be scheduling a 13 chakra ceremony sometime, I believe, in November. When everybody will be able to have their pieces mailed to them. So that's happening. So check that out before Monday at 11 a.m. Also, we have the monthly mini healing and activations coming up. So we'd like to say hello and welcome to all of the new folks that have joined the Healing Faster Than the Speed of Light, which was last week. So fun, so connecting. Loved every second of it. And for those that are new, hey, here's your monthly mini healing, we promise. So we're going to do some more group healing and some individual demos of the 𝗟𝗏𝗧 healing method so you can learn more and experience more. I really love these. These are like epic because we have so many people on and so many people receiving at the same time and being in that space of love. Super, super amazing. So join us at 11 a.m. on Tuesday for the monthly mini healings. One thing I did want to mention that's coming up at the end of this month is my mentor Marcus Bird's wonderful Supercharger Healing Abilities. So that is a about 3 hour workshop at the end of the month. And he does this, once or twice a year. And really fantastic stuff. So if you are like me and really like the dimensional stuff and the things that are kind of out of the box, sacred geometry, knowing more about the 13 chakras, this is the workshop for you. So we will put the information down below. There is a special link that we have. That is an affiliate link. So whatever is contributed, I believe we get a portion of that. I'm not sure about the actual workshop, but if you decide to level up to his other program, just so you know. So this is fantastic. Now, I will be traveling on the 27th of September, so I may not be able to make it live, but usually I always make it live to the events because I just love it so much and I learn every single time, and it's contribution only, so you can contribute $1, $10, whatever, to this beautiful, beautiful, amazing event. So check it out. Don't miss that. That is fantastic stuff that I think a lot of people are ready to know what has been hidden from us and how to heal on a quantumly fast speed level. So if you like healing faster than the speed of light, I think you'll like this one too. So I believe that's it for this week's announcements. Let me just double check. Scroll. Oh yes, looks like we are good. Woohoo! I made it. Anyway, thank you so much for being part of this. Remember to hit subscribe if you're on my YouTube channel and the notification bell so you'll be notified, and give it a like if you like this video. Feel free to share it and love your comments below. What was that activation like for you, and any other ahas or insights you'd like to share? Thank you so much. Much love. Bye for now.